Time for a change. All right, let's see what this feels like. 3, 2, 1, ignition. Woo! Yeah. Feels like we're going to Mexican prison. Damn. A day keeps the depression away. What's up, YouTube? Welcome everybody back to the channel. If you guys don't know already, most of you probably already do. I've been getting a ton of messages about it. Yes, RIPATUNED just ran the new world record for the quickest and the fastest Jeep Trackhawk in the world. So congratulations to them. Adam, the owner, I've seen him before, but I've never shook his hand and met him properly. But I met him when I was down in Mexico with James and everybody from RSP when there was that little cast day shootout, and G-Hawk and Gap-Hawk got lined up in the first round. Gap-Hawk ended up spinning. G-Home took home the W. There's a lot of harsh feelings, a lot of strong feelings after that loss from the Gap-Hawk side. A lot of things were said. If you don't know, just go check out that video on my channel. I believe the title is Gap-Hawk meets G-Hawk. It was a good time, but yeah, Adam ended up taking the loss. And when we got back up to the hill, I said something to James about, hey, why don't you see if Adam wants to rerun it? Because G-Hawk had a bye in the second round.
Had a bye next round. You want to line up again?
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, yeah, get ready. Okay. Oh, you throw the sauce at it?
No.
And this says a lot about Adam's character. He was like, yeah, I'll rerun it. Whatever. Free, $500, whatever you guys want to do. He really played it calm, cool, and collected, which said a lot to me about his character. So I just want to congratulate him and RIPATUNED. I know they have a lot of time in that truck. The previous world record holder was Next Gen Trackhawk, or Next Level Trackhawk, I believe what he goes by on social media, but that was tuned by James from RSP. They had that world record for 2 whole years, so that's saying something too. But yeah, RIPATUNED now has the new world record, and it is what it is. So if you haven't seen the video of the record pass already, I believe it's on 1320's channel. I believe it's like day 3, maybe day 4. I'll include some clips right here that I got from Adam, maybe even some clips from our 1320 video. So yeah, pretty impressive. When I first seen the video, I was like 825 or 826. I think it was 168, 169. I'll put the time slip up right here, but Adam was nice enough to send me the draggy hit of it. And I know the draggy times don't match up for whatever reason, but you see the time on the scoreboard. That's what time he ran, new world record. So now when 1320 interviewed Adam right after the run, and he gave his first impression, I was shocked at first. And I didn't read the comments of the video until Adam said something about the comments the next day. of 1320 videos the next day, and he's like, oh, I read all the comments, you know, those guys don't understand. So I went and read the comments, and I could not believe what some of these people were saying about it and him. One of the comments was like, imagine being impressed that a Jeep Trackhawk runs 8.2, or, you know, something like that. Like, no, like most of the people weren't even impressed. It was shocking how little people know about these trucks and how impressive that is. I mean, there will be a 7-second Trackhawk this year. Who gets there first? Nobody knows right now. But yeah, I cannot believe what people were saying about Adam and how he reacted in the comments. But like I said, I was shocked at how he reacted at first too. But then I remembered everything he's probably been through with that truck, how much time, money, and effort is into that truck. You guys don't know how expensive it is to build these. He's probably got close to $150,000, maybe $200,000 in that truck. I don't remember what package it is from RIPATUNED. I think it's like the X2500 package or something. I'll try to find it and put it up on the screen and how much it costs. But that truck has a lot of money in it. And you got to think, they've been trying to get that truck to do that for 3 whole years. So that buildup and all that trash talking back and forth between shops and people, and everybody saying, oh, you got all this money in this truck and it's not running a number, all this time and money in this truck and it won't hook. And for it to finally come to fruition has got to feel good. So when I took a step back and like, you know what, that is the exact appropriate reaction right there. A lot of people just don't know, like the common viewer or whatever, they don't realize how much it takes for the truck like a Jeep Trackhawk to go fast. And mind you, let me remind you, he made it to the semi-final round. He raced the fastest Dodge Demon in the world. It's owned by Bailey's Performance. It's twin turbo. If he wouldn't have raced him, I believe he would have made it to the final in the heavyweight class. Mind you, the heavyweight class lowest weight you can go is 4,000 pounds with 1 power adder. If you have 2 power adders, like nitrous and turbos or a supercharger, it's 4,200. So he was beating cars that weighed 4,000 pounds in a 5,000-pound SUV and made it to the semifinals at Texas 2K, the Super Bowl of racing. So very impressive. Like I said, I had to reach out to him. I was that impressed, you know, even, you know, being tuned by RSP, I was like, you know what, I got to reach out to him. And then, you know, stuff happened. We got to talking and then stuff happened. So, all right. With all that being said, a lot of people have been wondering, you know, what's going on with RSP? They fell off. They weren't at Texas 2K. They're done for. And I got somebody here with me that might have a little something to say about that. Here's the man, the myth, and the legend. If you guys don't know, let me introduce y'all. This is James RSP Wall. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, Cole? How you doing, bro?
Good, good.
You know, I just want to start off by saying, you know, the first thing that jumps out to me about all this is 95% of all Trackhawk owners will never turbo their car.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to a company to see what kind of performance you can extract out of your supercharged vehicle, we hold every record. We hold the 3.8 Whipple record, the 3.0 Whipple record, the red eye blower record, and the 2.4 record. It's literally no competition. So for a customer to champion a company that hasn't been able to take a blower hawk below a 940, it's pretty misguided.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are saying you guys fell off, you didn't go to Texas 2K, but in reality, you have a lot of stuff going on at the shop.
Yeah, you know, to speak on Texas 2K, me and Hell Kitty, we were shooting down there together in Tennessee. He got a call from his wife. Issue with the kids. He's got a young, you know, he's got a baby on the way, 3 young kids. He had to bail. Yeah. What can you say? When we went down there with the 300, my guy, Drag Cat, we rented Evadale to get some testing in on Wednesday. And we're like, the customer was surprised. I mean, it was pretty impressive what it was doing. I sent the slip to Cole. And he made a decision to keep the car out of Texas so he could grudge race it.
Yeah.
And Trackhawk never intended of actually running in the event. Just wanted to park in the pit so we could look for a grudge race like last year. And with the other 2 cars not going, we decided to call it.
Yeah. I mean, what they did, I'm glad that RIPA did run the 8-2 because we talked about this before. You guys were kind of on autopilot, you know, building 8-second Hawks all the time, 2 Trackhawks a week, you know, pumping them out.
Yeah, like for the past basically year, we haven't even really been trying to go to the track and extend our records out. The only car I really pushed this year and tried to really crank on and make go fast was the blue Durango. Stock crank, stock heads. We got it down on 862 at 164. Really impressive. But the majority of the past 12 months has just basically been getting workout, getting stage 2s done. We probably built 40 of them in the past 12 months. We got them all from all over the country, you included.
Yep.
You know, we just been slammed. But, you know, I was starting to feel like nobody was ever going to compete with us. I felt like it was just over. Like we had just cemented ourselves and that was it.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, as far as the 3.8 Whipple is concerned and the 3.0 Whipple and the red eye blower and the stock blower, that's still fact.
Yeah. Yeah. Speak on the blower hawk because I don't think that record will ever be beat.
Yeah. We've went 858. Or it was 857. It was one of those. And a 3.8 Whipple Hawk in 2023. Like,
and it's been fast. It's been faster than that, but we ain't posting any time.
Yeah, we ain't posting it, and we don't plan on posting it. There's some things coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
With that truck.
You know,
some things coming with G-Hawk.
When you have the fastest Trackhawk in the world, business is booming and everything like that. It's hard to make it out to the track and really push builds because it's like you don't need to. Like you said on the Street Alpha podcast, RIPATUNED had did that podcast first, and they said some unkind things about you in the shop, and it really lit a fire underneath you. And we're glad they said that, and it's just like now. We're glad they run that record.
It's like they just got smoked out of their holes or something. It's like... It's been 2 years. They've never publicly challenged me. They haven't had the audacity to ask to race me. Adam lives 30 minutes from the shop. We told him the second he got back in our local group that, hey, bro, like, you ready to race? Truck looks fast. Like, how much do you want to run it for? And crickets.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem too confident to me.
Yeah. I think sometimes people forget what RSP means, which...
Yeah. Real street performance.
Yeah.
And the thing we champion is it's cool if your car goes fast at the track. It is really cool and it's something to be said, but the reality is you're at the track how often in a year's time, and to have a Trackhawk that can only work at the track is like pretty ridiculous in our eyes, but if that's the game we're playing, that's what we're going to do with G-Hawk.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people were commenting about how Adam reacted, and I said early in the video that I was kind of shocked as well. But you got to remember how long he's been trying to get this W.
You got to think how many times we've beaten this guy. These guys come through. It's a collection. It's not just Adam. He's got a whole collection of people behind him. Literally teams. Pure, Jared, this fat guy tuner from Texas, these bozos that follow Steve around, just championing every truck and just unable with all their resources to compete.
Yeah.
They finally were able, you know, like we like to say, a broken clock is right twice a day. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to subside what they did, and it is impressive. Yeah. But to think that it's something that we can't do after consistently showing the whole world we do it better than everybody else, it's pretty misguided. And you're going to really let yourself down.
Yeah, I think it all boils down to, I don't want to say it just boils down to work ethic and say those guys don't work hard, because you can clearly tell by the way Adam reacted, they do work hard. But I've never met anybody in my life that works as hard as you and the hours that you work. When we raced quicksand in South or North Carolina, we drove all the way back that night, got home at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and you were right back on the keys, sending tunes, adjusting tunes, all that. This is your life. It's not like, hey, this is my 9 to 5 job. Like you said, you paused it.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. So like you said earlier, you were up till 3 in the morning working on Trackhawk. Like, stuff is coming.
Yes, things are coming. We as a shop, we have a job to make money, to provide for our families, and like that's always the priority. But my whole drive in life is to compete. It's what I love. Yeah. It's the whole reason where we're at, where we're not settling. We've never settled. The only reason I could say I was content was because we had all the records. We've been making crazy parts. People don't realize the amount of time that even goes into the part production. And there's a lot of things we're learning about being an industry leader in our respected field. And, like you're saying, like when we came back from quicksand, like I tuned people all over the world. You would have no idea how many Whipple Hellcats are in Iraq or Kuwait, or I even have a Trackhawk in Mongolia that I tune. Real cool guy. I tune vehicles in Australia. So like I strive to give everybody the same product, and like that basically means my life is like second. So and I love it though. I love it. I love I love having the need and the work and the challenge.
You're the only one that I've known that could blend it into your life, like work. Like kids come to the shop, wife's at the shop all the time, helping out. It's really like a tight-knit family, and you guys race all the time. I mean, I think that's what every car guy would like to have. Now,
I want to say, not to sound like a weirdo, my wife will probably never hear this, but it really helps having a real girl behind you. I got to tell you.
I can attest to that. And when you have a bad one, it's the complete opposite. It's the complete opposite. If you try to do something with a bad girl, she'll just, sabotage.
Drag you down.
Yep, drag you down, sabotage you every step of the way. Yeah, you couldn't be any more worried. Kima, she's an angel. God bless her. Love her to death.
Yeah, Gary's buying a new Hawk, wants to name it Kima Hawk.
That'd be cool. So let's switch gears a little bit, and let's talk about some of the stuff that's coming out of RSP, because you pretty much, not to say you've never done a twin turbo build, but you primarily do supercharger builds, but now you're really starting to push into the turbos.
So basically in the past 12 months, since even last Texas 2K, in my podcast, I've been striving to create a product. I've been striving to create a product for the Trackhawks that's the most superior turbo kit available. There's a lot of different options for intake manifolds. There was no options for a header. We solved the header. We just solved our intake manifold. And we're like kicking it out. We're like pushing hard to get these products out. And part of like getting these builds and changing them all the time and everything I'm doing is to try to figure out the best collection of parts that work. And one thing, if you see, we always try different things when we do a turbo truck until we get the recipe that we're happy with. And we still haven't really got there, the total package. One thing about the 3.8 Whipple setups in our stage 2s and all our Whipple builds that people don't see is basically we had a year of racing in Trackhawk where we really pushed the envelope. And we were blessed to have a customer that allowed us the leash to test and try things and not get upset and be involved. And it let us build this program that allows you to send me your Trackhawk and build an 8-second truck in a week, put a good tune on it, and know that it's going to survive, just like Trackhawks did. Yeah. Now, we're going to start building that same package with the turbo trucks. And you'll see over the course of this year with the 3 trucks that I'm going to be championing that we're going to get it dialed in. And when I say dialed in, we're going to get the performance dialed in, and I'm going to get the turnaround dialed in, where I can turn these trucks out in the 4 or 5 days like I can a stage 2 truck. Yeah. Then it's going to be real.
Do you want to speak on Adam's times, like the 50 to 100 or 50 to 150 or whatever it was?
So there's something to be said. Our first twin turbo Trackhawk we built, the gray truck with turbo sticking out the hood, that Trackhawk with 2 people in the car did a 3.3 to 100 to 150 on the street. Adam's record pass was a 3.2 100 to 150. That's a metric that records the amount of time it takes to go from 100 to 150. What's relevant about that information, especially with a really fast truck, is traction isn't part of the equation. So you can look at that and say, if a truck made a perfect pass and use that metric, you can extrapolate it out and see what you're actually going to run. Mm-hmm. And that's part of the reason you always see me do 6130s in the trucks, because I can tell a customer, if you put the time in and we get it to the track, we should be able to run this, because that's what the data shows us.
You're falling out of the video, brother. There you go.
So what the data has showed me so far is we're at that level. We just haven't had the customer that wants to do it. You know,
what did Superhawk run?
Superhawk went 3.20 100 to 150. It's the same exact time Adam went at Texas on a prep track, probably 1,000 pounds lighter than Superhawk at full weight. Yeah. Superhawk literally had the windows down and all the seats in it. There's literally a video of it. There's salt treatment on the road, and we went 3.2. Yeah. I really wanted to get that truck to Texas. You know, it didn't work out. There was a bunch of different reasons why it didn't, but it just didn't. I don't personally own a turbo Trackhawk. If I did, it would be a little different, because I could push it to the forward and we would have made the event with our truck. But, you know, I'm dealing with customer schedules, and quite frankly, life comes first. And that always is just something, a reality of like this business. So
now, when's the next event that we can see RSP twin turbo Trackhawks at?
So RSP twin turbo Trackhawks will be pulling up the streetcar bragging rights. I believe it was May 12th in Rockingham. We're going to have our big hitters there. We're going to have G-Hawk there. This is Nova Hawk right here. Forget the tag. Nova Hawk's going to be there. This is going to be probably like an 840, 850 Jeep. Draghawk will be there, and Superhawk will be there. So we'll have 4 turbo trucks there. I plan on bringing our 300.
Can you show me a little glimpse of the turbo kit you got on the rack right now with the piping?
Yeah, we've been really working hard, investing in the tools that we need to be able to put out the products in house without going out.
Pretty.
Our patented fender exit.
Sign me up for that.
Huh?
Sign me up for that.
Yeah, I can't wait to get yours in here, bro.
Any glimpse of Gary's truck? Can we get a little? I know you showed me earlier. I don't know if we want to include it on the video. Just
one thing we have for Gary's truck that I can share is I can give you guys a little glimpse of his motor. Here we go. Whoa. So Gary here has got a 425 dart block. It was spec'd by Skip at TKM. It's a pretty special motor. It's got top fuel hoops. It's got some real, like we like to call it, man jewelry.
Yeah.
This is special, and this is a real cool opportunity to see what's special about the dart block.
You're like blinding the camera with that thing, man. The thing's shining.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy, Gary. G-Hawk, Windberg crank. It's an amazing finish on it. One thing people don't realize is the dart block, it's clearance to run a bigger stroke. So there's a lot more space here in this area. Why that's relevant is the bigger the stroke, the more the rod will come out into this area. If you can see, they actually notched the block to have clearance for this.
Wow.
Well, That's going to allow, that's how you can get to a 480. It's a 425 stroke. It's really cool the things that they did with this block in terms of big power. Another like really cool thing that differs from the stock block is these 3 mains in the middle have a splayed main on the side that comes in sideways. I don't know if you can see it, but that gives a lot of extra strength.
Yeah, I see it a little. We can see a little bit. Now, what cubic inch is that going to end up being?
This is a 425.
Gotcha.
425. Significant about that is there's a little less stroke with a little bit bigger bore. Gives you a bit significantly better rod angle ratio with the RPMs we plan on turning with this one.
Anything else we can see, G-Hawk? Can we get a little glimpse of it on the rack? I think that's going to be the real front runner.
G-Hawk is going to be the dream of every dream I've ever had is going to be in this truck. And the build out, the way we use it, the transmission, everything. And I think we're going to really, really with G-Hawk here, I feel like we're going to really shock the world. We're doing some really radical things nobody else has done, nobody's even thought of, and I cannot wait.
Shout out Gary for spending all that dough that I will probably never have. But yeah, I'm glad he's got it because I can't wait to see what this thing can do. Now, it's the race to 7s. RIPATUNED said they're going to be the first. Are you going to wait till the event on the 12th to really push it? Or could we maybe get a hit at MIR first?
We're probably going to sit around and wait to see what they're posting, the RIPA crew.
Gotcha.
And see what events they're going to. Then we'll just slide up.
You looking for the smoke? You looking for the smoke?
I mean, they won't call me out. They won't challenge me directly. They want, like there was that event that Pure was hosting in Pennsylvania. It's like ridiculous. They posted that I was going to their event to race JP. So I reached out to them to lock it in. And they said, oh, well, JP said he didn't want to race there. He didn't even want to flip to race to the quarter or the 8th. And they were using RSP as promoting it like I was going to this event. I told them to take it down. I literally had to get a lawyer to send a C&D. Like, stop using my company's name to promote your event.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What's going on in the parking lot there?
Got some hitters. This truck I'm really excited about. This thing just came here way out of state. Arizona.
Whoa.
That's my guy, Rackman. This is our boy, SRT5, Nevin. He's staunch RSP customer from the beginning. We're going to be taking this to the catch days tomorrow. So,
I love it. Wish I lived in Maryland.
Yeah, we got, as you can see, we got parts everywhere. But we just got Hell Kitty back from the track yesterday after testing. We're going to be putting a full nut and bolt on this and getting it ready. Probably try to get another track day before streetcar bag race. I really want to get that 7-second pass with this. It's just tough. People have no idea how hard it is.
Yeah. You called me at 12 o'clock last night and we were talking engines. It's literally team no sleep.
Literally team no sleep. And even Dylan was involved in it.
Yeah.
It was like a group thing. Yeah. But it's going down tonight. We have like this big Mexico car meet that Hell Kitty is hosting. So we're going to be outside. This is his new little sneak peek. This is Hell Kitty's new Trackhawk. He just scored this off Mannheim. We slapped the Whipple on it.
Damn.
Stock motor deal. Kind of similar to like the Andre's truck. Should run a high 90, high 9s.
High 9s? Stock motor? Yeah.
Normal.
Yeah, it's crazy, Like I tell everybody, like you want to run high 9s, you get your, what do you call it? Your 0.5 package?
No, stage one. Stage 1 is in the 9s.
Okay.
Hey, brother. This thing's gorgeous. I'm glad he came down.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, brother. Fresh customer just came in. Where'd you come from?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Damn.
Awesome. This thing's gorgeous. 21?
So it's a 2014 shell.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting. Yeah. This is a swap. Look how great this thing looks. Crazy.
And it's a sand black wrap, so
Looks good.
The shell's gray, but it'll match my C63.
This thing's down here for general diag. No shops up there could help you, correct?
Yeah, I don't think they.
The shops that are available in Philly are basically trash.
Right.
But
yeah, so all it has is intake, pulley, and the exhaust. The exhaust, like they had to fabricate it to. Yeah, it's good.
Something's burning.
Yeah, the oil.
Yeah. Mm. We'll do a full diagnostic on this. You know, the guys in Philadelphia always hit me up because they have such Mopar options up there. It's like crazy. And the crazy thing is, guess who's local? This is the real life situation. Guess who's local to Philadelphia? And they still drive down here. So
Now, there's a shootout at Milan, I think, on the 17th.
yeah. The shootout in Milan, we really gonna strive to make, if everything goes well, the streetcar takeover, we're going to be going JP hunting because he's been hiding in his hole too long. I don't understand what's the problem. You know, RSPDMV Trackhawks can race all night, not once a year. So
I think that's a rematch that a lot of people want to see.
And, you know, I don't understand what the issue is.
Yeah.
I told him I'd race for free if it was a money thing. I don't really care, but I think... No. I think he knows what's coming in a straight belt test. So,
all right, put the camera back on you, and I'll end this so you can get back to business.
all right. Yeah.
And you're not playing around.
All right, well, brother, I appreciate your time. I know you're a busy man. You're dealing with a customer. What is it? 8 o'clock at night almost. So
I lost track.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to it. Thank you for coming on here. Thank you for giving me your time. Give my best wishes to the family, and hopefully we'll see each other soon.
I'll see you soon, brother.
Take care.
Talking.